Let's talk about landing pages, more specifically, minimal landing pages. And then I'll show you some examples of landing pages that I use and the style that I use for my own businesses. Now, before we get into that, let's put this into context because there's a whole wide spectrum of landing pages out there. So more specifically, I'm talking about landing pages that are capturing a lead and we're just capturing some information, whether that's a lead to opt in. So it's just name, email, and maybe phone number or company name or something, or a lead that is like a quote where we're capturing all kinds of details and, maybe their annual business revenue, the city their business is located in, what industry their business is in, right? For some type of quote for insurance or some type of product like that. But we're not capturing credit card information for a sale. So now that we have some context, let me talk about minimal landing pages and why I like them. Well, number one, I find them highly effective. I find them more effective than putting a bunch of different elements on it. We should be able to get all the information within 2 screen folds on that landing page. Whereas some people like to create landing pages and clients like to see landing pages that have, section. It's like this never-ending scrolling landing page. It just goes on forever. And you've basically crammed all the information from a website onto one page and you're calling it a landing page. I find it more effective when you focus on the offer and what the user is going to get out of it. And, you put in kind of a simple basis for your business. Most of the information, though, they're going to get from the ad or they're going to have the demand before they get to your landing page. And second, it is a lot easier and it's a lot faster to create these minimal landing pages. I implement what I call mobile first design, and we'll get into that more in detail, but basically that means we're designing for mobile and then we just show it on the desktop. I'll talk about that in a second when we actually look at the examples. That cuts the time way down because you know that you can put days on end into a landing page, whereas when you're sticking to a minimalist template, or minimalist format, like in these examples I'm going to show you here, you can put these together in 20 minutes, if not less, if you're skilled. Now, for me personally, the time invested does not really matter so much. I've got staff members that can handle it. I can handle it if I'm going to get the results. The big thing is, though, here, with these landing pages, I found them, and I've split tested these things 10 ways to Sunday over the years. I found these things to be much more effective than putting in more information and making these landing pages longer. So on that note, let's jump into it here and look at the first example. This example here is a landing page to download a framework. So this is like an opt-in for to join the email list and ultimately sell some services via email or retargeting, right? So here we've got a picture of the framework. We tell them why they might want it. This training covers the full spectrum of marketing that can ignite any contracting or trades business. Send it to name, email, company. Boom. That's it. And, internally, we would use this metric for manual follow-up and outreach. And if they left it blank, we just considered them an unqualified leader. They put, like John Doe Company, something random like that. So this is it here. Now, going back to that mobile first principle, this thing was designed so that it ultimately looks the same on mobile or desktop. If they load this on desktop, and mind you, this is just a screenshot here, this is not the actual page, but on a desktop, if it loaded, the actual page would just be gray all the way out and one monitor in height. If you go mobile on this thing, well, then the thing just, condenses down, and if you go mobile, it just condenses down, and this isn't going to respond because it's just an image, but you get something that looks just like this on mobile, right? So this is it, literally like one screen fold, and basically one screen fold desktop, one screen fold mobile, right? And we've got something that's speaking. We got the offer here. We've got the offer, and this is speaking to the audience, and that's it. And how we're driving them here, either with ads or through in-content ads, which is not really an ad, but I'm talking about something like a pop-up on a blog or an in-context thing on a blog type of website, so it's organic traffic. They're getting enough details from that ad to get here. Or if they're coming from search, they will have expressed the demand, and our ad will say, hey, download this framework that's going to show you this. So a lot of the context is being presented in the ad. And then they're coming to the landing page, and the focus here is on, okay, get it, right? So the ad is like, hey, get this. The landing page is like, here's how you get it, the end. And I found this much more effective than having so much other stuff on there to look at. And then they have to critique and analyze whether they still want it after they consciously decided when they came from the ad that they wanted it, the only thing your landing page can do is take that away from them or sway their decision, right? So when they click on your ad, they want what you're offering at that point. You might as well just capture the information and give them the only thing they can do is the option to get that from you. And that's why these minimal landing pages work so well. And like I said, it fundamentally looks the same on desktop as it does on mobile, so you don't have to make a mobile design and a desktop design. Anyways, most of your traffic, specifically if you're running ads from social, if you're running ads on social, it's going to be like 95% mobile, or maybe even like 98 or 99. That's not far-fetched, but it's going to be very, 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 very high mobile. With search, like Google pay-per-click or Bing pay-per-click, it'll be about 65 to 70% mobile. So most of the people are going to be seeing it anyways on mobile. Then if we go on from here, I'll show you my second example right here. This one is to get a quote for services. This is from a company I own. I also own what was Home Pro Success. It has been rebranded. But I own this company as well. Okay, so this is a page that we might run from pay-per-click after hours. And I'm saying after hours, meaning outside of time that we have somebody in the office to answer the phone call. Because, well, if they're coming from pay-per-click after hours, we have nobody to answer the phone call. So getting a phone call is ineffective. It's more valuable after hours for us to get a web lead like this. So when they come here, they see the truck, they can see the ladder, so they're going to understand that we do, the services that we offer, pool enclosures. They're going to relate that to us. They're also going to relate the name to our service. And then what would you like to get a quote for? Okay, well, now they see the services that we're offering. So they're going to come in here and let's just say they Googled get front entryway enclosure. I'm going to come to this page. I'm going to sim around. You can see this. We have a little bit more information on this page. And I will tell you that I run a variant of this page without these satisfied customers in here. So literally it's just the true minimal, the minimal of the minimal. It's just this right here. And I will tell you they perform 50-50, literally exactly the same. The conversion rates on them are basically the same. So all the information, the important stuff is either conveyed in the ad or right here on the landing page. And as I pointed out, you can see from the vehicle what we do. And then the what would you like to get a quote for? All right, you came here from a search term about front entryways. What would you like to get a quote for? You see it. Okay, now you know we do it. Boom. Our name implies that we're local. Some of these I will say, I will change this up a little bit. I would say like the screen enclosure specialist in, and I will put the location in here. That is not on this example, but that is a variant of this page. But it really has not made much of a difference. Possibly because we're such a very well-branded and well-recognized company locally that everybody is going to, recognize the name Gulf Coast Aluminum as being a local company from our brand, if not from our brand from Gulf Coast. We're on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and then aluminum. Our screen enclosures are made from primarily aluminum. They'll identify from that. But this is all the information we have on here. And it converts incredibly well. And again, same thing, mobile or desktop. If we go mobile with it, it's really, really not a huge change. And while we have the customers on here, this was initially part of a split test. The performance found no statistically significant deviation between the performance of a page that was just this and a page with the customers on there. If they click that request estimate, it just jumps them back up to the form. So yeah, those are my two minimal landing pages. And like I said, I run minimal landing pages for all kinds of different offers. These are just two that I chose to show you in this example, but largely they all follow this same format and they would all look very similar to these two if you saw them. So on that note, what do you guys think about minimal landing pages? What has been your experience running minimal landing pages? If you find this video and can remember to come back, be sure to let me know in the comments below. That's a wrap on this one, guys. I'm signing off.